They say Mike's about to blow though. Tell me something that I don't know. With the crowd bouncing like.
Hey everyone, my name's Alina and today I'm going to show you how to do this nice glam emerald green fall leafy look. And this look is actually created from the Colourpop So Jaded palette. This palette's gorgeous. It has a lot of nice fall tones and today I focus mostly on the greens, as you can tell. So if you want to see how to do this look for yourself, continue watching, and thanks again for checking out this video. Yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna pull closer so we can start with the eyes, and I have no zoom, so I'm gonna just shift my butt closer. Hello again. I'm just gonna get started and prime my eyelids. I'm gonna try to make this makeup look as easy to explain as possible, so you can all go out and live your best emerald green leafy lives. I'm just using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's one of the original popular primers. My eyelids get really oily, so I always have to prime. So I prime like regardless of if I'm putting concealer or a base down. But if your eyelids aren't as, greasy as mine are, then feel free to skip this step. Okay. So I want the color to pop a little, so I'm just gonna start off with darkening my eyelid, and I'm gonna start by putting down a base. I'm using a dark brown eyeliner. This is the Marc Jacobs, yes, I'm bougie, pencil in the color Cocoa. Cocoa's in parentheses for some reason. Feel free to use any dark base you have. This is just the only dark eyeliner I had. So I'm just gonna roughly color in my eyelid. This is just so the color pops and it stays on longer. Okay. Yeah, so there's no rhyme or reason to this. Just scribble on. There you go. It's a beaut. So we're gonna start off with our transition color. I'm gonna use a yellow tone. So I'm using the color Citrine right there. Just right where your crease starts, start blending that out. Okay, so we're dipping into Citrine, the yellow, and we're buffing it out. So I'm gonna use my main shade today. It's gonna be the color Emerald down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna use a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna try to map out the shape I want with my eye look. So we're gonna do a little cat eye. So go from the end of your eye and towards your eyebrow, and just do a little bit of a diagonal. So just like that. And then we're gonna just bring it in. So we're just doing just a light shape of it. Obviously we're gonna fill this in, but this is just to give us an idea of where to start and end our look. And then if we end up going a little out, we can fix it towards the end with concealer once we do the rest of our face.
Gonna feel alright. Feet on the ground, I just wanna fly. Sing it out loud until our engines die.
That's the general shape we want from our eye look. And now we're gonna just start filling it in. So just start packing the emerald green on top of that brown base that we laid down. See, as you can see, the color shows immediately once you have the brown base down. So you're not gonna have to pack on that much. I did try this without a base, and honestly, it took me a while to get the color to pop as much as I wanted to. So I highly recommend that you find some dark base to put down.
Can't get away, 'cause baby, you're my glue. Try to escape, but girl, I'm stuck on you. Never wanna change.
While you're filling it in, use your brush to just circle out your lid right here, just so we have a smooth line. We will blend this out, but we're just trying to get the eyeshadow packed down exactly where we want it to be. that's the general look of our emerald green eyelid. And now we're gonna start blending it out. That was me dropping my brush. So I'm gonna use the color Jade over here. It's this like nice olivey army matte green. And we're gonna start using that to blend the edges. So we're just gonna use it up here. Just put it right in your crease and start blending it out. Be sure to take your time on this step because blending is what really makes an eyeshadow look, you know, look better. Because the more you blend out, the more natural, well, not natural, no one looks like this, but the more seamless your eyeshadow look will be. And then you can look like, you know, you kind of know what you're doing, which, do I really? I'm not sure, but you can be the judge of that. So we're gonna use Stoned, which is this matte gray. This is one of the deepest like colors in this palette to blend out your outer corners with. They didn't do a black actually, which I kind of like because honestly there's a black in every single palette and how many blacks do you really need? So this is like a darker gray. So I'm gonna dip my blending brush into it and we're gonna focus this on the outer V. So I'm gonna like pat this in a bit and then we're gonna start blending. So yeah, so just pat it in the outer V and then start blending it out. So this will give us a nice deep outer V. As you can see, we have that little cat shape going, which will look nice and dramatic and it'll lift your eye. And for colors like this, it's nice to go a little at a time so you can judge yourself how dark you want it to be and how dramatic. You don't want to go like, you know, ham at first and then you look like a raccoon. And from there, it's hard to fix it. So go slowly and take your time.
Can't get away 'cause baby you're my...
Okay, so now I'm going to go back in and mix Jade and... I'm going to mix Jade and Citrine, our two crease colors. I'm going to mix those two together and blend out our crease a little more. So now we're just doing a little bit of finishing touches up here. Ooh. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of the pop of yellow back. So now we're going to take a lighter shade and just highlight our underbrow. So I'm taking My Precious. It's a matte cream shade. This will just make our underbrow pop a little and also give a nice distinction between where our colored eyeshadow starts. Obviously, everyone has a different eye shape and different spaces between your lids. So you're gonna have to, you know, adjust a little bit and work with your own eye shape and see how much room you have and what works for you. Okay, so now we're gonna do our main pop of color. We're gonna go for a very dramatic inner eye. I'm gonna use Peridot, this like nice metallic-y lime-ish green, and that's gonna make our inner eyes really pop. So I'm just gonna take that on a flat shader brush and we're gonna really like bring it in inner, like a little up into the crease as well. As you can see, this really intensified our look. It really brings out your inner corners. And this color is very intense but gorgeous. Okay, so we want to blend that out a little bit. So we're going to go back into our emerald green and blend out the edges. So pack on the emerald green a little and just blend out where they meet, just so it's not super harsh. And we're gonna go back in with our other brush and blend in that inner corner again. Use my finger a little bit. Okay. Woo, that looks fun to me. So now we're gonna take our brown eyeliner, we're back to that, and we're gonna line our we're gonna line our waterline. Okay. As you can see, this really smoked out our eyes. It's a nice fall take on a average smoky eye. I'm gonna use Jade on my under eye. Sorry, I'm gonna use Jade on my waterline. I'm gonna use it to smoke out that brown eyeliner a little bit. This is just so we have a little touch of green. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with Stoned, which is the gray color we use for our outer corner. And I'm gonna put this towards the end so it gives us a little bit of cohesion. Okay, so now moving on to the face, I'm gonna start with my foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Fit Me Poreless. This is in the shade Warm Honey 322. I'm just gonna blend this out with a beauty blender. So be careful around the edges. You just wanna go along with the V shape of your eyeshadow. And if you did mess up the shape of your eyeshadow, once we do the under eye concealer, that's the perfect time to clean it up. I'm just gonna go in with a second layer of foundation because this is a very dramatic look, so I wanna make the face look as clean and put together as possible. You know, I have a lot of acne scars, so there's only some magic that makeup can do. But we're gonna try our best. Make sure you blend down to your neck so you know you look like a human, not a creature. I'm gonna mix 2 of the Colourpop concealers. These are the no filter concealers. I'm mixing medium dark and medium. So I'm gonna use mostly medium dark because I don't like to be like too insanely bright underneath. And I'm just gonna highlight the rest of my face while I'm here. And then I'm gonna take medium, which is the lighter shade, and I'm gonna pop that in just right up near the tear duct, just for a little brightness there. So we're just gonna blend this out, and please be very careful in this part. So like right here, this is where you can go in and sharpen and clean up that V you made.
I don't know where we're going, but I like what you were showing.
I'm using the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the color Mocha. So I'm just gonna draw this on my cheekbones and my jawline. I don't draw it on my forehead, I just put the extra there because I already have a pretty small forehead. But if you need it there, feel free to do that as well. And I'm gonna use this Real Techniques brush to blend it out. We're just gonna dab it upwards.
I can't see what we're doing, but
Oh, this is fun. This was a good earring choice. So now we're gonna use some powder to set down our makeup. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder in the shade 2 medium. I'm gonna go over where I put that cream bronzer down with a powder bronzer. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate de Soleil in dark chocolate. I'm just using this contour brush from Morphe. And I'm mostly just putting this on my cheekbone area because I'm gonna go for a more natural blush, so I want some bronzer. For blush, I'm going for a very natural shade, so you can go for a shade that's very natural to your own skin tone. This is a Colourpop powder blush. I think it's in the color Barre, B-A-R-R-E. It's a pretty muted, toned down blush. It's just to give a little color to your cheeks, but not distract from your eye look. I'm just gonna put this a little bit here. So now I'm gonna shade in my eyebrows. I actually got them done today, so I'm looking like a brand new woman. Using the Anastasia brow definer in the shade Ebony. So I'm just gonna apply some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara in black. Black is black? Black is black. So to finish off this look, we're just gonna do the lips. I'm gonna go for a nude look. I did try a dark look and I looked a little bit demonic. So we're gonna, tone that down and try to do a nice, simple nude look. So I'm using the Colourpop liquid lipstick in the color Beeper, and I'm using the lip liner in the color 951. This is from the I Love Sarahi collaboration. So I'm gonna use the lip liner first and just line my lips a bit. So now I'm gonna fill it in with Beeper. So feel free to use whatever nude liquid lipstick works for you and your skin tone. Okay, so this is the completed makeup look.
Feel alright, feet on the ground, but I just want